Hey everybody, it's your Uncle Bear. Happy Saturday to you. So today I want to talk about taxes. Not federal though, local taxes. And of course I don't know where all of you live, and I'm not really versed in all of your tax laws, etc. So I have to speak about South Dakota, where I grew up. Now, when I was a kid in South Dakota, town of 25,000 people, and we had a baseball program during the summertime. We had swimming lessons, tennis lessons, a good football curriculum in the schools, hockey, softball. And see, these things, notwithstanding football and basketball, a lot of these things were through the city's park and recreation department during the summertime. Keep the kids busy during the summer, chances are they have less time to do dumb shit, right? So all that stuff, I don't remember my parents ever saying that they had to pay for anything other than my baseball pants, a pair of tennis shoes, and my baseball glove. The shirts, the uniform shirts for baseball, they were furnished by whoever sponsored the team. They would put their name on the back and they wrote it off as advertising. The driver's ed course, when I was in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in there, the driver's ed course, the teachers, it was part of the school curriculum, and the teachers actually did it, taught driver's ed to make extra money during the summertime. And the cars were furnished by one of the local car dealers, you know, and it came with a brake on the passenger side, so the instructor could hit the brake if needed. And I don't think my parents paid for that either, to my recollection. Now, in the city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it'll cost you $365 if you live in the school district, to take driver's ed. $365. Baseball will cost you, if you're playing locally, it'll cost you between $100 and $135, depending on what league. Swimming lessons, you'll have to get them from a private provider, but it's anywhere from $30 to $100 per lesson. I remember when I took swimming lessons, it was, you know, it lasted several weeks anyway during the summer, probably a month and a half, 2 months, you know, of the summer. Here's my thing. My property tax in South Dakota doubled, in Sioux Falls anyway, doubled last year, or pretty damn close to it. It doubled. And anywhere in the state of South Dakota, you're probably going to be paying a minimum of 6% sales tax. We have, when we register our cars, there is a wheel tax. We pay tax at the gas pumps, just like every place else. We have video lottery that's supposed to go towards education. Now, folks, here's my thing. Oh, and let's talk about school lunches. If the school, you know, they order, let's say they order pizzas from somewhere, right? And some kids get more slices than other kids, and then they run out. They run out at some point. The kids at the back of the line don't get pizza. They just don't get any. You know, they have kids that run out of lunches on their punch card or on their account, however they do it now. Now, when I was a kid, you know, your parents gave you money to buy a punch card. Okay. Now that punch, some of the kids had reduced price lunches, some of them had free lunches, etc., etc. I think we should go back to that system. Have the punch cards. And when the punch cards are getting low, take the child can take the punch card to their parent and say, hey, I need a new punch card. Whether it's free, whether it's reduced, whether it's full price, doesn't matter. And oddly enough, sometimes parents have other shit on their plate and can't remember to get a new punch card or give the child money for a new punch card or do whatever they have to do to get a new punch card. The schools, in all their infinite wisdom, just let, and this happens all, you've heard it on the news, kids go hungry. They just let them go without lunch, without breakfast, whatever, which we didn't have breakfast when I was a kid, but they should have, because there were a lot of kids that didn't get breakfast at home. Hell, the kids on the farms, I can't, they had to get up and do chores and everything. I don't think they had time to have breakfast. They probably made time. They probably just popped an egg out of the chicken coop and, did that for breakfast, I suppose. But I always had high admiration for the farm kids because, they had to get up and do chores before they got on the bus to ride an hour and a half, 2 hours to school. It was nuts. But that being said, with the taxes we pay, there's no reason that any child should be deprived of going out for any sport they choose. Hockey, I had a son that went out for hockey. It cost me over $300 for the equipment and to sign him up. And then after a month, he decided he didn't like it. Over $300. I wasn't mad at him, but it's like, all right, that should have been covered by the school system, or Park and Rec. But baseball, and hockey's one of those specialty things, so it's like, all right, I get it. But yeah, no kid should be deprived of going out for any sport they choose. And no child that wants to go sign up for driver's ed should be deprived. It shouldn't cost them a fucking dime, okay? We need safe drivers on the roads, don't we? Why should only the kids whose parents have a lot of money, why should those kids be the only ones able to take driver's education? And furthermore, as a buddy of mine says, sleepwalker, furthermore, I think that they should get a veteran truck driver, such as myself, I would volunteer for it, to go into driver's ed classes and talk to the kids about what to expect being around trucks, how to share the road with trucks, what truck drivers expect of them when they're driving down the road, because that would actually reduce a lot of the truck car accidents, wrecks. They call them everything's a crash now. There's no accidents, folks. Sometimes there's accidents. Accidents happen. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Everybody be safe out there and think about what I just said. It's nuts. Every child should have these opportunities as a child. It's part of being a child. It's fun. And forget the goddamn participation trophies. Throw the participation trophies away. You know what? A child needs to know how to lose with grace as well as win with grace. That's just life. That teaches them that in 20 years they go in for a job interview and someone with the exact same qualifications, exact same education, exact same exemplary level of references comes in and interviews for a job, and the other guy gets it because the interviewer liked his smile, right? Stupid shit like that. That's how people get jobs sometimes. But you know what? You have to be able to lose as well as win, because you don't always win at life, right? We don't always win. We don't always get what we want, and we have to face that and realize how to handle it as adults. Oh, for God's sake. I hate this GPS. I hate it. If you're talking, it's going to do that. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard. But yet, if I'm going down the road, I have to shout at it like this. And see, she doesn't want to command now while I'm sitting still and she can hear me. Right? Hater. Hater. Anyway, be safe out there. Love you guys. If you like these videos, please like it, share it, subscribe to it, and tell all your friends about it, all right? We'll talk to you next time.